Have you ever wondered how some people seem to attract wealth in an almost magical way? Those who, even without much fanfare, seem to walk with impressive ease while their bank accounts grow. What if I told you that some of the greatest secrets to this prosperity come from a book that has been around for thousands of years? Yes, the Bible. But before you think that this is just a spiritual approach, know that we are talking about practical principles, daily habits that, when applied, can change the way you view money and success. This is not about religion, it is about ancient wisdom applied to modern life. A millionaire who lives and breathes these teachings revealed 15 habits that he believes are the key to attracting more money and prosperity. And the most intriguing thing is that you probably already know many of these principles. You just may have never considered them in this way. Now imagine, what if by changing small details in your routine, you could open doors that previously seemed locked? What if, by incorporating simple habits, you could not only attract more money, but also live with more purpose and peace? Sounds too good to be true. Yes, but success stories from around the world show that those who take these habits seriously see surprising results. What I'm going to share with you today are timeless habits, tested and approved by generations, and that continue to make a huge difference in the lives of those who decide to adopt them. So get ready, because the change you've been waiting for can start now. Biblical wisdom has been used by kings, leaders, and influential people throughout the centuries. And what's so special about these teachings? They're simple, direct, and focus on what really matters: character, ethics, and a long-term vision. We're talking about principles that, when put into practice, transform the way you deal with money, opportunities, and even your daily choices. These are not magical promises, but rather a series of habits that can adjust your focus and put you on the path to prosperity. And speaking of prosperity, have you ever stopped to think about what it really means? For many people, prospering is directly linked to having money. But what if prosperity was much more than that? What if it also involved having peace of mind, balance in your relationships, and the ability to be prepared for any challenge that life presents? Well, biblical prosperity encompasses much more than just your bank account, and yet, as we will see, it has a big impact on the way you view money. But why habits? Because habits are what shape our lives. The small decisions we make every day shape our future, and this is exactly where biblical wisdom comes in. What we are going to look at today are habits that, if you decide to implement, can not only transform your view of money, but also pave the way for it to flow naturally into your life. No tricks or shortcuts, but a real change in mindset that directly reflects on your results. So let's explore these habits together that for centuries have shown that true prosperity is available to all those who are willing to align their actions with principles that go far beyond the material world. And the best part? They are practical and can be applied by anyone, regardless of where you are in your financial life right now. Now, without further ado, let's get to the first habit. Have you ever heard of the importance of gratitude? Yes, it seems simple, but the act of being thankful for what we already have is one of the most powerful pillars for attracting more. This is not just about being positive or maintaining good energy. When you focus on what you already have, you change your internal state, and this, as a consequence, attracts more opportunities. There is a passage in the Bible that says that he who is faithful in a few things will be made ruler over many things, and this perfectly sums up the power of gratitude. When you begin to see what you have as a blessing, you automatically begin to prepare yourself to receive more. It's almost as if you are saying to the universe, "I am ready for more because I already know how to value what I have now." Now think about it. How many times have you complained about what you lack instead of being grateful for what you already have? This is a small but powerful adjustment. Gratitude opens doors that complaining closes. And the most interesting thing is that this is not just a spiritual thing. Scientific studies have proven that people who practice gratitude are more likely to achieve their financial goals. They are more resilient, have more energy, and recover faster from challenges. The simple act of being grateful daily can be the first step towards a new reality. The next habit I'm going to share has to do with generosity. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How can giving help me have more? But here's the secret. The Bible talks a lot about generosity and how it generates a return. It's not about giving and expecting something in return, but rather about understanding that by giving up, you create space to receive. Those who hold on too much for fear of losing end up creating scarcity around them. On the other hand, those who give with an open heart without fear are always in a flow of abundance. And when I talk about generosity, I'm not just referring to money. You can be generous with your time, your knowledge, and your support. How many times have you helped someone without expecting anything in return, and after some time you saw things flow in an unexpected way? This happens because generosity creates connections, opens doors, and above all, changes your mental state. When you are generous, you move from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. And that, my friends, makes all the difference. The Bible also talks about discipline. And here is one of the most important habits for anyone who wants to prosper, the habit of self-discipline. Many times we want quick results without effort. But the reality is that lasting success, the kind that is truly worthwhile, comes with discipline and persistence. Those who are disciplined in what they do, who manage to stay on the right path, even when things get difficult, are the ones who reap the greatest rewards. Being disciplined means knowing how to wait, knowing how to plant at the right time and harvest at the right time. Imagine a farmer who plants his seeds and wants to harvest the next day. That doesn't make sense, right? But how often are we impatient with our own processes, expecting success to come instantly? The Bible teaches us that there is a time for everything, and those who understand this, who are disciplined and patient, are the ones who truly prosper. Another fundamental habit that you can start applying today is that of wisdom. The Bible repeatedly speaks about the importance of seeking wisdom more than anything else. And many times we confuse wisdom with knowledge. Knowing a lot does not mean being wise. Wisdom is the ability to apply what you know in the right way, at the right time. And this habit of seeking wisdom in everything you do is what separates those who truly prosper from those who only seek wealth superficially. Be curious, question. Seek to understand more about the decisions you are making. Many times, what prevents us from prospering is a lack of wisdom. We make impulsive decisions without thinking, and this puts us in difficult situations. The Bible talks about this when it says that people perish for lack of knowledge. And here is the key. Those who seek wisdom, who are willing to learn, are always ahead. Now that you know some of these habits, I want you to think about how to apply them in your life. Maybe you are already practicing some of them without realizing it. Or maybe it is time to start implementing these principles more consciously. The important thing is to understand that prosperity, as we are talking about here, goes far beyond money. It is about living a balanced life, with purpose and in harmony with the principles that govern the universe. In addition to the habits we've already mentioned, there's another biblical principle that may seem a bit counterintuitive, but it has a powerful logic behind it: rest. The Bible talks about the importance of respecting the Sabbath, a day dedicated to rest and reflection. And even if you don't strictly follow this tradition, the concept of rest is crucial for anyone who wants to thrive. When we work non-stop, we're heading towards burnout, which harms both our health and our ability to make good decisions. Taking time to rest and recharge isn't just a physical break, it's also a mental and spiritual one. This rest allows you to return to work with a renewed vision, new ideas, and often solutions to problems that seemed impossible. Those who learn to value rest thrive in a much more sustainable way. Another powerful idea that the Bible teaches is about not worrying excessively about the future. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't plan, but rather that excessive worry can paralyze your actions. Biblical wisdom reminds us that we should not worry about tomorrow, for each day has its own challenges. In other words, live the present as best you can. When you are constantly anxious about the future, you miss out on opportunities in the present. The ability to focus on the present, to make the best decisions with the resources you have today, is what will build the future you want. Tomorrow's success depends on the actions you take today, but it also depends on your ability to not let anxiety consume your energy and focus. We also cannot fail to mention one of the best-known principles in the Bible: perseverance. There is an old proverb that says, "A righteous man may fall 7 times, but he always gets up again." This habit of persisting, even in the face of adversity, is a common characteristic among those who truly achieve prosperity. The path to success is rarely linear. There are ups and downs, moments of victory and failure. But those who understand that failure is just part of the process and that persistence is what really matters never completely lose heart. Each obstacle overcome becomes a valuable lesson and strengthens character. Thus, perseverance, often ignored by those seeking quick results, is one of the greatest allies of lasting prosperity. Another crucial habit for those seeking prosperity is careful planning. The Bible mentions the importance of counting costs before committing to large projects, and this applies directly to financial life. Those who prosper understand that wealth does not come by chance, but rather through a well-structured plan. Financial planning involves not only knowing how much you want to earn, but also how you will manage, invest, and multiply what you already have. Without a clear vision of where you want to go, the money that comes in can easily be lost in unnecessary expenses and wasted opportunities. Therefore, creating a plan, reviewing your finances, and maintaining discipline is essential for those who want to attract more wealth in a sustainable way. In addition, the Bible teaches that it is essential to be diligent in work. Prosperity is deeply linked to dedication and consistent effort. It is not enough to just have faith or wait for miracles. You need to take action. Being diligent means always striving for excellence in everything you do, regardless of the size of the task. Those who prosper are usually those who stand out for their hard work and commitment. They are not content with the minimum. They are always looking for ways to improve, learn, and grow. This diligent work mentality is what ensures that, in the long run, the right opportunities will present themselves and success becomes inevitable. The Bible talks about the importance of planting at the right time and waiting for the harvest. Many times, we want quick results, especially when it comes to money. But the truth is that lasting prosperity takes time. It is like planting a tree. You cannot rush it to grow, but if you take good care of it, the fruits will come. Patience allows us to make wiser decisions, avoid shortcuts that can compromise the future, and remain calm in the face of challenges. Those who are patient and persist on the right path reap the greatest and most delicious fruits of prosperity. Another often underestimated but extremely powerful habit is that of seeking wise counsel. The Bible emphasizes the importance of walking with the wise in order to become wiser. When we talk about prosperity, this means seeking guidance from people who have already achieved success or who have in-depth knowledge in areas that you want to improve. Whether it's a financial mentor, a spiritual advisor, or someone with life experience, these people can offer valuable perspective that you might not be able to see on your own. Those who thrive are not afraid to ask for help or learn from others. Finally, we must consider the habit of living with purpose. Money, in and of itself, does not bring satisfaction if it is not aligned with something greater. Those who truly thrive understand that wealth is not the end goal, but rather a tool to fulfill a higher purpose in life. This could mean helping others, contributing to the community, or undertaking projects that reflect your values. When you live with purpose, money flows more naturally because you are aligned with something beyond the material. Furthermore, the Bible also talks a lot about being careful with your words. The power of words is immense. Our words have the power to build or destroy. What you say, both to yourself and to others, directly affects your mental state and your actions. The Bible teaches that the tongue has the power of life and death. This means that the way you communicate with yourself, the thoughts you entertain, can create or destroy your confidence, your opportunities, and even your prosperity. If you constantly tell yourself that something is impossible, you are creating a barrier that prevents any progress. On the other hand, if you adopt encouraging and positive language, even in difficult times, you are opening doors to new possibilities. Another fundamental aspect that often goes unnoticed is the habit of honesty. The Bible places great value on integrity, and in a world where it seems that success is often linked to shortcuts and fraud, honesty is still one of the greatest factors for true and lasting prosperity. When you act honestly, you create a solid foundation of trust. The people around you, whether they are partners, clients, or friends, know that they can count on you. And in the long run, this trust translates into opportunities and partnerships that lead to success. The opposite is also true. Those who act dishonestly may even have momentary gains, but eventually this comes back as an obstacle. Prosperity based on honesty is slower to come, but it is much more lasting and satisfying. Finally, one of the most profound and transformative habits is that of faith. And here, we are not just talking about faith in a religious sense, but also faith in yourself, in your goals, and in the process. The Bible is full of stories of people who, even in the most difficult situations, maintained faith and achieved extraordinary results. This unshakable confidence that things will work out, even when everything seems contrary, is a powerful force. Faith moves mountains, says the Bible, and this applies to both spiritual and financial mountains. When you believe in your potential and the path you are following, you become more resilient, more courageous, and more determined to achieve your goals. And ultimately, this faith is what turns dreams into reality. If you've made it this far, you've already realized how valuable these teachings can be. Now it's your turn to put these habits into practice and see how they can transform your life. And if you want to continue learning more about how to apply these principles in your daily life, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Remember, prosperity starts with small steps, and the knowledge you're acquiring today could be the key to the transformation you seek.